After a deluge of rain sabotaged my progress, the skies have cleared and Kayvan's back.
Hello! So it's all systems go on the homestead and with the reno. Sort of.
What's this one? Frustrating. Stopping at the top, and I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but such pretty sparkles on the lock there. Nice. It's that kind of weather where you just get really hot really quickly, but then it's actually quite cool. Oh my goodness, it's a workout. Oh my goodness. That is a workout, pushing up, I think it's 25 kilograms of feed for the hens. But let's get that topped up and then pull out some beetroot. 12 kilograms harvested last time, and we still got, from the golden ones there, still all of these to harvest. Got one glove as I dropped one halfway down the first field. It's just one of those days. I'll be fine. Right. These beetroot are enormous this year. Oh, that one's a little baby one by comparison. What's this one? And there we go. I don't know, what do we think? Should I pull these up? I don't know if I'll leave them. I'll leave them, maybe I'll pull them up tomorrow. One of the reasons why I wanted to pull these out is because I didn't want them just sitting on the surface getting really wet now that the weather's turned, although today it's pretty decent, right? And then getting like mouldy or gross or something. Oh, definitely not as much as last time. I went to pick it up all like bracing myself and I was like, whee! Still pretty good. These are a lot, I tried to prioritise the really big ones last time harvesting them. These are definitely smaller. I mean, they're still a good healthy size, but there are some small ones in here. A few little ones, a few tiddlers like that, which is more like the kind we grew last year. Last year they were all a lot smaller. This year they've just exploded. Lots of really meaty ones like that. Lucky we love beetroot. And it's so good for you, right? So, winner, beetroot dinner. Had a bit of a problem. So there I was last week, high on the success of my endeavours to complete my list, and I made a second list. I was like, yeah, I'm just going to keep going, I'm going to stay on a roll here. And then the weather changed and completely sabotaged my efforts. Right now though, it is absolutely stunning. The camera won't pick them up down there because they're too far away, but ponies are just having a little snooze in the sun. So I have a cup of tea. Let's head into my cabin and I will catch you up on what's been going on around here. I don't know if you can see my breath. The cabin is one of the things we're going to have to sort out. Wow, it's fresh in here. I've ordered a heater for it because it's been thus far unheated. It's not really usable until the middle of the day at the moment. And it's not the middle of the day yet, so I'll keep my coat on. So the change in weather meant two things. One, that I wasn't able to crack on with my list, so we didn't have a video, as you might know, last week. My daughter and I couldn't do anything other than stay inside in the caravan. But the other thing that it did is it made us very focused on the fact that winter is coming, and today we've even had the first signs of frost up by the hens. But this means that we need to get winter ready. Which is kind of unideal because that means a lot of attention doing jobs outside when really we also need to be getting ourselves winter ready by getting in the cottage. Oh my goodness. So it's just that classic thing that we have going on here of the tension between the renovation and getting into the cottage and not dropping the ball on the things outside. We don't want to waste our efforts from earlier in the year with regards to our vegetable harvests and that kind of thing. The wind and the rain left, yay, and the sun has just come out. But with it, we've had really cold nights, and the heater in the caravan that Trevor, affectionately calls Clifford, decided this would be the day that he packs up and retires permanently. Very annoying. It's only a few weeks really left in the caravan, and it's literally trying to kick us out, it feels like, by just falling down around our ears. But anyway, we'll make it through somehow. So before Kayvan actually came back from his bike trip, I busied myself indoors in the caravan, preserving all bowl of the beetroot we've been harvesting. I just roasted a ton of it, which took forever because we have a teeny tiny caravan oven that you can only put in one thing at a time. And then bagged it in freezer bags and popped them in the freezer so that we can just grab them, defrost them and use them however we want through the year. And I also made something that I think you'll love, which is a beetroot pasta sauce. It's so good. It's not my recipe, it's Nadia from Great British Bake Off. It's one of hers. I'll put the link in the description if I remember. And it's really delicious. So you take cooked beetroot, whiz it up in a food processor, and we added garlic that we grew as well. Yay, that just feels so exciting. Lemon juice, didn't grow those. Olive oil, salt and pepper. You just whiz it up and you have that as a pasta sauce. It makes quite a lurid pink pasta sauce, so it depends if that bothers you or not. And then crumble some feta on top, and if you have them as well, some toasted pine nuts, really just make it chef's kiss. What was that? That's not a kiss. So good. So I made up a big batch of that. We ate it for a couple of meals, and then I've put that in the freezer too. So we've got just a really easy, really nutritious pasta sauce in a pinch. So the other thing that I wanted to do and not miss the window opportunity on was to pick our harvest of sloes, especially because Kayvan had said in a very disappointed tone that he wasn't going to have time to pick them this year because he's obviously got so much going on with the reno. And so I wanted to get that done while he was away as a little surprise. Literally the day before Kayvan came back, I managed to carve out an hour to get outside and get those sloes. All I can hear is Matthew crowing, birds, and loads of bees up here. So good. I can't believe how many sloes we have this year. Last year we had very few on our land, but where we had such a warm, sunny summer this year, they are everywhere, which is so nice because when we had the path put up the side of our hill, Hillary, a lot of the blackthorn was really disturbed. We did lose some and we were like, oh no, because they'd already showed some signs of sloes, and we thought, oh, that's going to be really disappointing. And yet there's way more here than we could possibly pick. Not that we would pick them all anyway, because we like to leave plenty for the birds with all of these things. We're partnering with the land, not just taking from it. But yeah, so fun.
Hello peoples, I am back. I've made it back alive. For those that don't know, I've been away for a couple of weeks from the girls. I left the girls to hold down the fort by themselves. I've been on a rather ill-timed in some ways, vacation with some schoolmates. Covered Madrid, Lisbon, Porto, back up to A Coruña, back up to Santander, and then the ferry back to Bournemouth. I had an absolutely fantastic time, as you might imagine. Yeah, I'm alive. Woohoo! So back to the homestead and back to, well, what will be the final push before we get the council inspectors in to give us the green light for the grant. Exciting time. I've got, where are we? Middle of September. So I've got five weeks really, 6 weeks. And the plan in that 6 weeks is, well, we're going to move in. We have no choice, we have to. So it's going to be a long way from finished. But, I mean, moving in, what a milestone. Exciting times. So before I can really think about what's left in terms of a job list, I need to properly sit down and plan out the next few weeks for that plan to move in to come together. Before I plan that list, there's a few chores to be done around here. First and foremost, I need to wash the old girl. Managed to see me through another 1,500 mile road trip. Not too shabby for a 25-year-old girl, so she did well. Thank you. Thank you, Honda. But my plan of attack is, number one, I need to get this chain, which is brand new, prior to the trip. My plan is to just give it a degrease. So I've got some chain degreaser. And I'm going to snow foam her. I've got a handy dandy attachment, snow foam attachment, as a pre-wash. Rinse everything off, give her a standard shampoo. So you need to prepare the windowsills for the preparation.
Prepare for the preparation. Okay.
You need to prepare for the primer.
Yeah.
So if you look at the windowsills, there is paint that the sandblaster has not been able to get to, so you need to scrape it all off.
Oh.
You need to get the angle grinder with the brush, wire brush attachment to clean off the rest. Get the scraper. You'll have to scrape off the remaining green, and yeah, we'll get them prepped for the prep.
And I just whack the paint on.
You could, if you wanted to paint it every other year for the rest of your life, or if we do a proper job, then you might get away with doing it once more.
The only proper jobs, eh? Alright. Back at it. Hey, what's it time for?
Comment of the week.
Forgotten your job already. Had a couple of weeks off, eh? So I have a couple of comments this week because I saved one that I saw while you were away, and it's this one.
From Valerie Fasano. So glad you started the in situ counter. I've often thought an in situ drinking game would make it for a very jolly finish to Kayvan's project.
Maybe on a live stream. That made me giggle. Did you see the in situ counter?
I did, yeah.
So it's funny because I thought I noticed all of your little quirks and mannerisms because I have to edit a lot of them out. And I hadn't really noticed how often you say in situ until I noticed some people saying in the comments a few weeks like, oh, first in situ at mark 8 minutes or whatever like this. So they were already doing the in situ counter. So we like having a laugh though, don't we?
Well, I'm looking forward to being in situ in the cottage.
Aren't we all? The ultimate in situ.
Yeah.
And just thanks to everybody who left comments on the post that I put. So it'll either say, depending on where you're viewing this, it'll either be under posts or community tab. It's called different things on different devices for some reason. But I put up a post last Sunday or Saturday saying that there wasn't going to be a video. And we had just such lovely, kind comments saying that we deserve a break and totally understand. And this one made me smile in particular.
From Will Proctorable, a Sunday evening without an update just feels weird.
Aww.
You have become part of my wind down of the weekend and get ready for work. Glad you're all okay, and I look forward to Kayvan's appraisal of your list. Relax, unwind, and we will see you soon enough.
And that was just the general sentiment overall, which was really sweet, wasn't it? So what is your appraisal of my list? Oh, it's over here.
Well, it was stuck on the wall. Well, your list is unfinished for a start.
Typical. See? Right, instead of saying, oh, well done, points out it's not finished.
I'll let you be the judge of your own list.
I think I did pretty well. And on that update post, I put a photo of one of the rainbows. We've had so many rainbows with all of the rain lately. And I had this really lovely comment. Just made me so happy.
From Rose Rambler, rainbows, I've been watching them for 83 years, as far as I can remember, and you are right, they never get old. Hope you and Trevor are safe and dry. See you next week.
We did stay safe and dry, thank you. It's good to know that the magic doesn't wear off, isn't it? Like the magic of harvesting beetroots, which I've been very much enjoying this week. Thank you everybody for your comments week in, week out. They make us smile and giggle and keep us going. And maybe next week we'll choose yours.
Well, this is a nice site. Nice to see some progress around here from someone other than me. Carry on working.
You're mocking me while I'm not listening.
Yes. So while Corey actually does some real work on the cottage, I'm going to finish off cleaning up the bike. I'm going to put some ACF 50 everywhere, a liberal coating of ACF. Right then, now that the Viffa has been cleaned and polished and lubed and had ACF sprayed all over her, I'm going to put her away for another year until the next trip, and I need to organise some of this mess. Let's get cracking.
That is super frustrating. So, excuses. So this is my one job, my attempt at helping out Kayvan, as I need to use this thing, this beast scrape the paint off the windowsills. But this thing's got so much power that I can't confidently hold it where I need to, and it kind of like bounces around, and and it nearly just went into the window. So I've got that like adrenaline feeling now of like, oh, and I really don't want to damage our new windows. So I really get frustrated with stuff like this when I'm basically not man enough for this tool. is the short and the long of it. Ugh.
Old tool alert! In attempting to remove the last piece of remaining paint from the windowsill in preparation for the new paint, the sandblaster couldn't get in here. So we've been trying to wire wheel it off with the angle grinder, and it's not happening. The wire wheel is just kind of burning out really. It's not really doing much damage. So I do have a wet polisher that I obtained in our previous reno. I did polished concrete worktops for the kitchen, and they turned out great. Really pleased with them. So it's got lots of different grades of polishing pads, you know, like sandpaper style, 300 up to 2000, 150. So just going through the grades, getting finer and finer polishing compound on there. Anyhow, so for the first pass, instead of using these resin sandpapery cup pads, I've managed to find these turbo cups, they were described as, for the first pass of just grinding off the initial rough layer before starting with the polishing compounds. And I think these turbo cups are the right tool for the job for getting rid of this remaining paint. I'm going to fire this wet polisher up for the first time in 4 years plus, and put on one of these turbo cups and see if it does the job, get rid of the paint. I think these turbo cups can be used dry, but I'm not going to risk it. Hopefully it still works. Better test it before I get set up. It works! Yeah, it's definitely removing some. Nice. I think this is better than the wire wheel for sure. It's taken it off with far less effort. So another pass, we'll see how she goes. Yeah, it is coming off, slowly but surely. A couple more passes. I need to take the handle off the machine as well because it's needs to get into the corners. But yeah, she's working.
You're back.
I am back.
Did you have a good trip? That's what everyone's going to want to know.
It was great.
That's nice.
It was warm and dry.
Didn't sound very genuine, did I? It was warm and dry.
It was very warm. Well, it wasn't even, it was very hot. I think 35, 36 was the highest we experienced.
Don't understand that.
No.
Forgotten what that's like.
Well, I'd forgotten what it was like, and my body had too. I think I sweated my weight out in water.
Nice. In your leathers. And how funny is this? One of our viewers saw you on the Spanish motorway.
How mad is that?
They left a comment and said, I think I saw Kayvan on such and such motorway or whatever, and I sent it on to him, and I was like, were you there? And he was like, yeah. How funny is that?
Yep, you did spot me.
Well done.
Good spot.
Yeah. We had terrible weather while Kayvan was away, and he's come back and brought a bit of the Spanish and Portuguese sunshine with him, which is a welcome reprieve, because since our last video, it's just been a deluge of wind and rain. And we have a load of outside jobs, as you're seeing this week, that we've had to crack on with. In case you're wondering why on earth we're farting about with outside windowsills, which aren't going to help us to be cozy and warm and get inside the cottage, do you want to explain why it's actually quite time critical now?
Yeah, so they got sandblasted best part of a year ago, and if we don't paint them now before winter sets in, then we won't be able to do it until very earliest next spring, by which point they would have all been covered in algae and other kind of green growth
and stuff.
Yeah, so saving our future sales a bunch of time and graft, because they're ready to paint right now, and we're running out of dry, warm enough weather.
Yeah, we actually had a first touch of frost this morning.
Yeah.
So it's gone from summer to almost winter really fast here. Yeah. We've had no feeling of autumn really. So it might seem like an aesthetic farting about job, but it's actually quite critical.
Yeah, and actually it's a surprisingly like high value cost to time ratio job. So it's quite good for a grant. We've ever put the paint to materials through the grant scheme. So proper exterior paint is actually quite spenny.
Yes. Yeah, if you get the good quality stuff.
Yeah.
Like the low VOC and everything.
Yeah, so we've gone for a silicate paint, which is basically the modern day lime wash. The idea being that, well, one, it's better for the environment, doesn't contain a bunch of plastic nonsense, and two, we should hopefully not have to do this many times in our life.
Yes.
Maybe only once more if we're lucky.
Which is always what you try to think about, isn't it? With anything with the reno, it's like, how can we do this once and do it right?
Absolutely.
Do it right and do it once.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. But next week we really have to crack on. There's going to be nothing but hardcore graft around here for the next few weeks.
T-minus 6 weeks, basically.
Not even, is it?
Not even, yeah. So I did actually mail the vacant home scheme this morning and ask what the next steps are, what the process is for filing all of the paperwork and
booking the inspection. Finish line is in sight, but will we be finished, guys? Keep watching and find out with us, because we don't know.
We don't know.
Please keep cheering us on, we need it.
Oh yeah, so thanks once again to our very generous gifters. We received some fantastic tools from our wish list. I very much appreciate them. The secateurs and the multi-tool worked hard, be put to good use. Thank you, folks. We really appreciate generosity. It makes a big difference.
Thanks, everyone. See you next week, folks.
See you, folks.
We forgot to do the carrying off bit at the end. Bye.
We did for a romantic bit of alone time.
Typical you. You know they'd like to see you encouraging me, not being.
Well done, girl.
So genuine. Oh, I can't get my glove off. The camera. Okay. Anyway. You can just. It's just always magical. It's a magical thing.
Magic. I like magic.
Oh, I missed this. It's hard on my own. I had to bring all the banter solo. Or maybe a stalker.
Maybe a stalker, yeah. Well, they would have had to be a very fast stalker because we were on 2 wheels, so not much was keeping up with us. All legal limits, of course.
Obviously. So we work tools extra hard around here. Trevor said to me the other day, he said, "You got the sense of humour of a 10-year-old boy, mummy." That's accurate. Magic.
Just showing off my falsetto.
What was it that you did? How was it?
Who was it? That was...
Oh, him. Makes you think of him.
Yeah, he did a joke with that with the high noises.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Kevin
Hart.
Oh. Do it.
No, you're not catching me on camera, do
You
this.
need to practice your falsetto.
My falsetto was fine.
Didn't sound fine.
My voice box is just a bit cold.